Well, we're Easy Marketing. We're located in Northeast Florida, but we have clients, throughout the country as well as internationally. We focus primarily on website design and maintenance, also graphic design and email marketing, which we'll be giving some tips on today, and social media management. We are also a certified constant contact partner. So my name is Dixie, and we have Katrine here, who will be your presenter today. Our workshop is going to be 20 minutes because we know your time is very valuable, but please stay to the end because if you do, you'll be entered to win a free consultation for your business or organization. So stick around and we'll be doing the drawing for that. So with that, Katrine, let's dig in.
Yes. So this is 20 minutes where I usually take 2 hours. So this is going to be fast paced. So please hang on and let's go for a ride. So why email marketing? When you send out anytime, what is the first impression? The first impression really matters. And when it comes to email, is it going to be an email sent from your inbox with tons of names and with no text, no branding? Or do you want to look like the one on the right-hand side, which is using a email service provider to create those beautiful branded emails? I'm going to hide my cell phone here. So why using an email marketing service? There are a lot of reasons, and I could talk for 20 minutes about each of them, but really quickly. It is going to get your message in front of more people by using email marketing. Social media, you just have to get them at the right place and time. With email, they are coming to their inbox where everyone checks their email all the time. And you want to look good. You want to have branding and templates. You want to look good on a cell phone. Someone asked me yesterday, and I'm going to cover this tiny little bit today, about the Can't Spam Act, which is the law of not spamming people with emails. It can happen in minutes. It's a drag, drop, done. We're going to show this live, how you can put your email together quickly. It's list management, and list management is where you divide your contact, their email addresses, into different groups depending on what message you are sending out. And you can track your success in real time because there are statistics and reports in the back end where you can see, did they open my emails? When did they open them emails? What did they click on in the email? So you know, and you can improve everything you send out in the future. And it also has a function in Constant Contact where you can do social media marketing, and you can do everything in one place. You don't need to jump from social media platform to another. And when you send out an email, you can have that go out on social media as well. So that is just a few, and it's a handful. So let's look at a couple of things, and the most important ones. One was mobile, to make an email mobile responsive. And that means, is it looking like an old email that just passed by there? Or is it looking good on someone's cell phone? On an average, 56% of all emails are open on mobile devices, but in some industries, it's even more. Someone wrote me yesterday and asked me to cover the spam regulation. So there is actually a law, just like it is with the annoying phone calls you get. You can't spam people. You can't send them unsolicited emails. And you might already notice that if you, for example, using Gmail or Outlook, there are limits on how many emails you can send out. And when I say emails to send out, I'm talking about you creating one message that you are sending to many people. It could be a newsletter, it can be a special announcement you need to send to your membership or your 500 customers or whatever it is. Very quickly are we going to look at the 7 elements of email design. And you are going to, in the follow-up email, get a list of all of this. And those are the 7 most important part of your email. But when we are creating this today, you're going to see that, I'm sorry, I needed to click on this. No, hang on. I click here. All right, okay, it didn't work the way I wanted to do, because some of us, the logo and the colors and the footer are things that we are going to be there all the time. So we are going to create a template that's going to have your branding, your look, your footer, and then we're going to reuse that every time you're going to send out an email, and you are just going to change the header, the image, and the message, depending on what you need to send at that very time. And we're going to keep it simple, because no one wants to read really long emails. Most of you are sending things that needs to be short. So the most simple thing is a picture, a paragraph, and a call to action. Those are the 3 main parts of an email to make people see, learn, and react. And we are going to jump right into a live presentation here, and we are going to pretend we have a restaurant selling barbecue, and we decided we are going to go in and test this thing with Constant Contact and figure out, how can I send out an email introducing our new St. Louis pork basket? So therefore we are going to go to, bear with me. So we are right now, and you're going to see my head turning because I have 2 screens here. So we are actually just going to log into our Constant Contact account. And I have a test account in here. So this is real live. And when you first get in there, hopefully it goes quickly, nothing gets stuck. Okay, here we are. I'm also going to make sure, yeah, it's big. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create something. And Constant Contact has more things than only email in its portfolio here, and that you can use within your account. But today we are concentrating on emails. And it starts with, they have a lot of already made templates. So you can pick any of these templates and make it your own. And since we have a restaurants, I am going to search for that. And as you can see, when I scroll down here, we have lots and lots of different templates we can start with. And when I looked them through and looked at this logo I have, you know, this is really close to what we want to do. But you can, depending on what you're doing, you can grab any of them. But we are going to click on this. And it's getting started. So let me turn this on. So up here, this is your name, but what we have here is the subject line. So that was one of those 7 parts of an email. And that's where you put what people are going to see in their inbox. And the subheader is, some people see the beginning of an email, the first few rows of an email, and you can actually dictate what that is with the pre-header. I just want to say one thing. At the very end of this very quick tutorial, we're going to have a little poll that for next week, which is part 2 of our series, whatever you want us to dive into and learn more of what I'm covering today, you can let us know. So if you have questions and wish, oh, I wish she talked more about that, let us know. Okay, jump into it. So this is, they have a sample here of a restaurant, what's the name is Buddies, and they have a logo here. So this actually happens to be an image. I can delete that image if I want to, and over to the left, I can drag in a new place for an image. I have all my images right here, okay? I have made a little folder with the photos and the logos I have for the company, and here is the logo, so I can actually just grab, drag and drop that right in up here, and I can decide how large I want my logo to be. And then at the very bottom, of course, they have just a placeholder for name and address, but I have written this before. So if you bear with me, so you don't have to see me type, I'm just going to copy and paste what I had written, what I have already typed in, but you would just type this in. And this different, your social media, you will just click on one of them, for example, the Facebook one, and you would go in and link that to your own Facebook page. Okay, so right now, what we have right now is actually a template. We could remove their picture, which we will do anyway. So I'm going to drag, I'm taking an image because I'm going to want an image here, and I'm going to delete what they have. And this is the text. If you want to now, you have already created a template for yourself. We were lucky that the colors they had in their background and in their frame really works with us. But if we had different colors, we could go into the design and change the background to something else. You could see different colors here. So there are much more things that can be done with it. We were just lucky, and in order to make this quick, I picked something that worked with us. So you can now go in and you can save this as my template. You can save that, and now you can go back, and then you can actually leave, okay? So now you created, hang on, I need to save this. And I am going to go back to my campaigns. And you can see I created it. It's already there, so I can use this over and over and over again. It's right here. And so a good way to do this is just now to take a copy of it and start to create your first campaign. And in our case, we are going to introduce a St. Louis pork basket. So that's what we're going to do today. And we had already pulled it in an image. I do have my images on my hard drive here. And I think this is the pork basket. I can take that. I can just drag it right in here. Okay. And I can make it large. Okay. Any way you want it. And then you would start to type up the text. So in our case, this is going to be $6.99 is the price for this. And then you would continue writing whatever you want to do. So to save time, I'm just going to go in here, remove the text, and I'm going to paste what I had up there. And you, of course, you can go in here. This is like Word. You can go in and change text and sizes and anything you have. But in this case, the call to action is actually their phone number. So I really want to make that very big. Okay. This restaurant doesn't have a reservation system, but we can also say menu or full menu. So if you have a website with a full menu, if you're a restaurant, of course, you will add that something to the button or whatever you need to have, and then you just link to that website or to an email address or to a document you might need people to download and use for something, or to a landing page. So those are many things you can use the buttons for, and the buttons is a very good way to do a call to action. So we are really done. Okay, we are going to go in under check and preview, and we are going to make a preview here. I should have changed the subject line up there, but we're doing quick. So this is what this email is going to look like on a computer, and make sure that you click and try all the different links so they open up correctly, but also take a look and see what it's going to look like on a cell phone. And this is looking good. Well, aren't you happy when you get emails looking this good? And the next thing I suggest you do is to go in and send a test. Send yourself a test email. I can go in here, my name is already in here, and you can send it to yourself, and with a comma you can send it to a couple of other people so they can take a look at it and prove it before it goes out. That's it. You pull up your phone or your inbox and take a look. Did it look good? Did I spell everything correctly? And then we can continue. And we're not going to cover this here, but the way this works is that your contacts that you have that have given you approval of sending them information, they have asked you to send them information, or they are your clients and they are expecting communication from you. You can upload those, and you can actually divide them into different groups. So for Beck's Barbecue, he might have one for a special birthday group. He might divide their patrons different months and send one birthday special, or however you need to do that. So you can either just send to, in this case, I happen to have one called cross country team. If there's a cross country team, you can send it to only them, or you can send it to everyone, and you can send it right now, or you can schedule and say, I think for the cross country team, if that's what we're going to send to, maybe Saturday morning at 8 a.m. is the best time to send this. And then you just schedule and send it. And you are done. I mean, I created a template. I already knew what I was going to say. I knew what image I had, but I created a template that I can use over and over again. They needed something more. Okay, I had not filled out the subject line here, so they are reminding me. So I am adding that in here, and now I am scheduling my email.
I love that it's foolproof.
And if I have set things up, I could actually also do social media with this and push this out on the social media. So that is how you quickly get an email out. And when you set this up the first time, after that, you can very, very quickly get email messages out to a lot of people. And it all depends on what your clients are. If you are a restaurant like this, they don't want emails all the time. But right now, one of our clients is a big soccer club, and they have a big tournament. So there are small updates that they need to send out to their different groups right now, and those groups and those people in the group, they are expecting emails to come in, and we just pull it up. We say that we can send a message out that say that we now need people to the concession stand to come in 1 hour early, and and we need help on Sunday afternoon to clean up after the tournament. We ask all parents that are available to come in. We can do those. It takes a few minutes, and the right people are getting the right message. And we can follow up afterwards. Okay. Do you have anything to add?
No, I think, Dixie, I think it's great. I love that you can quickly, not everyone on this call is a communications professional. So you might think, well, I don't have the time or the expertise to do something like this. But with a provider like Constant Contact, you can make your business look really sharp and professional and get that call to action, whether it be, a phone call, an email, client meeting, whatever it is that you're looking for. So I think it looks amazing.
Yeah. So a few more things here, or the demo we already did. We do have our next workshop in 2 weeks. And at the very end, I am going to ask you to, I have put up like 5, I think, subjects that I think you might be interested in, and for me to talk more about. And I'm gonna start that at the very end. If you want to attend next week, make sure you check the follow-up email because you have a registration link. If you haven't used Constant Contact and want to give that a try, they offer right now 30% off the 3 first months of Constant Contact. So I have a link you can use, and if you decide later on that, no, this isn't working for me, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee. And if you get stuck, and if you're brand new and get started, give me an email, and I might be able to help you without any extra cost. This, I was just surfing around today, and this is a totally independent website. It's called business.com that talks all about the business market, and that they just went in and looked at, they go out and survey all kind of things, and they had done a survey on what email marketing services and survey softwares that are out there. And it's funny, they used Constant Contact's past logo in there, but they say that it's the overall best, and that's why I have been using that with my client for the last 8-10 years now, I think. So I just thought that was interesting that showed up. So do we have any questions? I don't see anyone asking questions. Can't hear anything.
If you have questions, you can type them in the question box. And as Katrine stated, we also have that poll. So we're going to be doing a follow-up webinar in 2 weeks on the same topic, and we'll be doing more of a deep dive. So showing you more customization options, more about setting up templates so that you can work smarter, not harder, reuse what you've already done. So yeah, fill out that poll and tell us what you want to hear more about.
Okay, so I'm going to launch this right now. And are you seeing that now?
Yes, it's on our screen.
Okay, good, because I don't see it. So just check off what subjects you want us to cover, and because we are past our 20 minutes. But hopefully you saw how very quickly and how easy it is to set up good-looking emails that are following the law and the guidelines. And I know some of you, especially in some bigger organizations, they are very strict that you're using correct kind of software and are following the law of the land here. So content, how to import content, and the anti-spam regulations, and how to not do it and how to do it. So we will cover that in 2 weeks. I don't see any more questions. And thank you for hanging in there. I know everything was very quick, but hopefully you had a good morning. Hopefully we see you in 2 weeks. I am going to put this up. If you follow the email that I send out, first of all, I'm going to draw a winner And so one of you are going to get 20 minutes of free marketing consultation with me if you want, 20 minutes. And I'm going to have a handout, I'm going to have the slideshow, and I have a replay of our workshop today. And then you always have our contact information. So we hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday.
Thanks for joining us.